Hello, and welcome to another thrilling prog review. No, there's not anyone's watching. It's just me and you. It's me and you. How did we get to this point? How did this happen? Yay! It's 2021. Hooray! And we're talking about Steven Wilson's new magnum opus, To the Bone, Part 2. I'm sorry. The Future Shite. The Future Bites. It feels like this album's been in the pipeline for at least a year. It's just been going on about it for the entire 12 months. It's not made the pandemic and the lockdown any easier to have this hanging over our head like some sort of sword of Damocles, just waiting, just dangling by a thread. This is his 6th album of solo material. I'm not using the Porcupine Tree name, or No Man, or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, it's good because I didn't pay for it. I streamed it, didn't I? Didn't I stream it? So that means I don't have anything. I don't have the booklet to look at or anything like that. So you're going to have to just bear with me when I screw up completely, as usual, this thing. But yes, his sixth album, and stylistically it follows on very much so from To the Bone, which everyone saw is his pop album. And yeah, we've not got the the allusions, musical allusions to progressive rock again. He's back doing what he does, and I think we're hearing Steven Wilson actually being Steven Wilson musically. This is who he really is, and I've been saying this for many years, that I thought he was pretending to be Steven Wilson. I think this is the closest we're ever going to get to being Steven Wilson on music. So I got bored listening to myself talk then. So I don't know how you're handling this. It begins with a short track called Unself. Again, I think the main thrust of the album is about self-love. I think because the self can only love itself, or how to love and love is hell is the lyric. It's like, okay then. He's obviously never heard of self-loathing, but this leads us into the first song called Self. Again, it's using the idea of the words. Again, these lyrics are they're clever types. It's almost like a list. He does a lot of these list songs, but more of that later on, where he takes a word and he uses various suffixes. So in this case, self-help, self-aware, self-made millionaire. See how that rhymes? It's very, very clever. Again, it carries on with the idea of the self-love in itself. Again, becoming self-obsessed. There are ideas here. Again, it feeds into the current, social media, and our kids wanting to be famous on the YouTubes and whatnot. And these are the themes of the album. He said this in interviews that not that I've read them. I just read the quotes. I've kept away from this as much as I could, but curiosity got the better of me. But yeah, he's riffing on the theme of technology and where we are as a species and da-da-da-da-da-da. Bands have been doing this for years, notably Radiohead. I don't know if you noticed. They're a little band out of, was it Oxford? You might have heard of them, Steve. You might have heard of them. So yeah, this is where it all comes together. Unfortunately, everyone's gonna hate me. I don't get it. Before this came out, and even today, I saw The Guardian give this a 4-star review. Prog magazine gave it 5 stars and called it OK Computer for the Amazon generation. Now, considering Amazon's been in operation for, since 1994, and was in operation when the original OK Computer was out, and I was buying blooming CDs from them in the late 90s, I just get the feeling that people have run out of ideas, because a lot of this stuff we've done before. The whole anti-consumerism thing, you two made a whole career and tour out of it 30 bloody years ago, so these aren't new concepts. Is it even a new audience? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe the audience aren't aware of what's gone on. But yeah, the way he approaches it is rather facile. I find a lack of meaning, a lack of depth, musically and lyrically here. But there you go, he's saying something, and he's railing against something. But I don't care, and you don't care either, because this is weak. This is weak. King Ghost is another one. It's... Don't worry, it gets better. Again, it's the music is very stripped back now, which is good, because that's his playground. Doing this kind of faux pop thing is great. But where's the melody? Where's the melody, huh? There aren't any. There aren't any melodies. I don't get it. I don't get how this can be seen as revolutionary or popular or even half decent. But there you go. There you go. You can wash away the dirt, but you can't wash away the failure. You better take your meds, get out of bed and pay me some attention. See, again, it's about the screens, and we do the follower idea again. It's writ large, it's obvious. It's like that time when he was, Fear of a Blank Planet, when he was smashing iPods and saying how the kids are playing too many computer games, man, like Grandpa Simpson. We're back to that again. I think we've actually moved on from this as a I think we're moving through it. I think the love affair with social media is slowly waning, and I think However, things pick up for 12 Things I Forgot, which I think is probably the strongest track on the album, both musically and lyrically. This one, I thought the lyrics were actually coming more from the Wilson personality rather than him, writing something to fit a framework. I thought this might actually be a personal song. He may have pulled the wool over my eyes. It might not be, but there are. I thought it was. I thought it had some meaning. I thought it was him actually speaking from his core, and it wasn't a bad song. Even though it is a bit fey and it's a bit, I don't know. I'm trying to think of that band. No, I won't say. But not bad. And then we hit the skids again. Eminent Sleaze, which I thought sounded like I've forgotten his name. Alvin Stardust. Rock On, is that the one he does? Rock On. No, David Essex, not Alvin Stardust. I always get David Essex and Alvin Stardust mixed up. It was David Essex. It sounded like Rock On by David Essex. I'll have to edit that out because it makes it look like I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, I do this live and I make it up as I go along. Thumbs down. Man of the People is another one. Again, it's all about people demanding our attention, like Stephen Wilson, who's demanded our attention for the last 12 months. Personal Shopper is probably the big one, and it is the big one because it's the biggest one it's the longest one on the album. It's about 8 minutes long, and again, it's anti-consumerism. Remember, don't need all that stuff. You don't need it. And this is from someone who's made his bread and butter out of repackaging and repurposing and republishing his own material. He's the man who brought back the deluxe box set. All the box sets are out there now. We can blame him. We can blame Stephen Wilson for that. And here he is railing against consumerism. And then it gets really weird, right? It gets really weird because he gets Elton John to narrate the list of things that you know that people may purchase that are deemed not necessary here, like deluxe edition box sets. Now again, Elton John is probably one of the biggest consumers on the planet. He's a massive consumer, and so I guess we're being ironic, postmodern. It's almost like he's describing himself. Like he's taking the piss, or Wilson. I don't know, and I don't care. But remember, folks, don't buy anything, especially deluxe box sets. So I didn't. I streamed it. I get it. Don't buy stuff. Buy stuff's bad. I really love it when people tell other people how they should spend their money or how they should enjoy themselves. It's just it's a self-righteous bullshit that just pervades our culture now. That presents itself as being worthy. Who the fuck does he think he is to tell you how you should spend your money? You know, I don't even do that. People ask me, Darren, should I buy this box? I say it's your decision. It's up to you. Your decision. You earn the money. You decide. You know, I couldn't possibly tell you what to do with your money. The same as why I expect you to do this. To give the same respect back to me. But everyone's loving it. Personally, I find it really weak and rather boring. It's the Barry Williams show of this album. It's a song that's, I don't know, 20 years too late. I don't know. Probably even longer than that. But people seem to like it. I find, again, like a lot of this stuff in this album, I find the music rather weak. Follower, well, we all know what that's about. It's about, it's not follow you, follow me. It's follow me, And I guess it's a reference to the social media society that we live in, And again, it only affects a certain amount of people. The echo chamber of social media, it's a minority. It's a minority of people that are invested in this. Yeah, there may be, I know so many million users on Facebook or whatnot, but are they active and are they actually taking any notice? They're probably just looking at pictures of cats. You know what I'm saying? I use Facebook just to look at cute dog videos. So there you go. But yeah, it's more of the same. And the album ends with Count of Unease, which I thought it was the damp fart ending he went for. I think he would have been better off ending with Personal Shopper, because at least Elton John, man, it's at the end. But yeah, it did nothing for me. It's still, as an album, it's still better and more focused than the previous one. I thought the previous albums were. Don't watch the review I did of it, because YouTube somehow has mangled the audio. They've got this thing now where you can remove music from your videos because you got copyright claim. My own music was copyright claim, so I removed it, but it's fudged up the audio. So I might upload that. I might re-upload it, just so you can go back and watch that one, and then you can watch this one. But yeah, I mean, again, he is the great saviour of modern pop. He's lauded. There are 4 and 5-star reviews out there. It's an amazing record, and I don't think I'll ever get it. Again, as time has gone on, I feel further and further disconnected from this, because the music is utterly weak. The lyrics insipid. His voice is fey and lacks any kind of power or assertiveness. And that's not too bad. He's also relying on that falsetto backing vocal thing that he does. There's an awful lot of it on this. It's really lazy production and lazy arrangement, and a lot of this stuff it's Wilson by numbers. It's so bloody familiar. It's not even funny, but it's very stripped back though, so that's a good thing. He's not pretending to be prog anymore, which is nice. But are these good songs? I don't think so. Do they make you think? No. You know, I don't really think he's holding up a mirror to society at all, because, you know, it goes there. It goes there, but really? Really? I don't think it goes far enough. There are lots of topics that you could talk about that affects the modern age, that affects our children, you know, to where the way technology is in our lives, but barely touches on it. It's just more, they're just buzzwords. It's just buzzwords. There's no actual meaning to any of it, you know. Like I said, 12 Things I Forgot is probably the one where, like I said, I think has any meaning to it, but the rest of it, meaningless. Meaningless to the point of parody. Personal Shopper. And the production is his weakest album in terms of production, because there's no, I mean, yeah, it sounds okay, but it's rather flat. You know, there's nothing, you know, in it to really lift anything. You know, I think he's just reached it. He's reached he's reached the end, as it were. This is it. It's not going to get any better than this. But this is getting 5 stars anyway. You know. So there you go. It didn't offend me. I'm indifferent to it. So my rating is, and I'm feeling generous, I'm going to give this 12 Things I Forgot out of 5. That's 12 Things I Forgot out of 5, because that's a good song. And I thought, oh, there was another one. I thought Man of the People was kind of okay. But again, I've got to kind of turn my analytical brain off, you know. So there you go. It wasn't that bad. Could have been worse, couldn't it? Could have been worse. But yeah, we all know that the top album of 2021 is going to be L by yours truly. It's going to be better. It's better than this. I already know it's better. It's shaping up a lot better than this album. No guest stars on my record. It's going to get 5-star reviews over. Even Prog magazine give it 5 stars. And they're going to say it's the Shawaddy Waddy of the Ask Jeeves generation. That's what they're going to say. That's how they're going to describe it. So keep your eyes out for that. It really feels like forever this album's been coming out, though. And he postponed it because he wanted to put on a live show. And how's that working out for him? He'd have been better off just bringing out a box set, which, you know, each copy has a AstraZeneca vaccine in. He'd flog loads to Europe then, wouldn't he? Flock even more. That's a topical joke, and that's probably going to be out of date in about 5 years, when our robot overlords have taken over. So yeah, it was another Steven Wilson album. Apparently it's wonderful. Apparently it's brilliant. The fans love it. Not all the fans. And I just wonder. I just think it's a real shame that music has got this far. I talk about music having no cultural relevance anymore, and there's none more evidence than this. Even to the parody packaging that he's doing and the consumer. It's like, oh really? Are we doing that now? Are we doing that? It just seems so behind. You know, it just seems so behind. Anyway, thanks for watching. My name is Darren Locke. I've been talking about Steven Wilson's The Future Bites. Or in this case, biting the hand that feeds you. Or the future shite. Anyway, thanks for watching. Prog on.